into chapter 9, the Lord incarnates as Mohini Murti. The chapter's reading, chapter summary. This chapter describes how the demons, being enchanted by the beauty of Mohini form, agreed to hand over the container of nectar to Mohini Devi, who factually delivered it to the demigods. When the demigods got possessions of the container of nectar, an extraordinarily beautiful young woman appeared before them. All the demons became captivated by the young woman's beauty and became attached to her. Now, because the demons were fighting among themselves to possess the nectar, they selected this beautiful woman as a mediator to settle their quarrel. Taking advantage of their weakness in this regard, Mohini, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, got the demons to promise that whatever decision she might give, they would not refuse to accept it. When the demons made this promise, the beautiful woman, Mohini Murti, had the demigods and demons sit in different lines so that she could distribute the nectar. She knew that the demons were quite unfit to drink the nectar. Therefore, by cheating them, she distributed all the nectar to the demigods. When the demons saw this cheating of Mohini Murti, they remained silent. But one demon named Rahu dressed himself like a demon and sat down in the line of the demigods. He sat beside the sun and the moon. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead understood how Rahu was cheating, he immediately cut off the demon's head. Rahu, however, had already tasted the nectar, and therefore, although his head was severed, he remained alive. After the demigods finished drinking the nectar, the Supreme Personality of Godhead assumed his own form. Shukdev Goswami ends this chapter by describing how powerful is the chanting of the holy names, pastimes, and paraphernalia of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So today we will read text number 1, 2, and 3. Since 1 and 2 not having any purport, therefore I will read the shloka and the translation. Shri Shuko Vacho. No, I am reading 1 and 2. 3 we will read. Yes. Tennonato sura patram horanto stekto saurida shipanto dharmana ayantim dodrishu striyam. Translation: Shukdev Goswami said, thereafter the demons become inimical. Thereafter the demons became inimical toward one another. Throwing and snatching the container of nectar, they gave up their friendly relationship. Meanwhile, they saw a very beautiful woman coming forward toward them. Oho rupam, oho dham, oho osya navam vayo iti te tam abhidrutya paprochurjatarichaya. Translation. Upon seeing the beautiful woman, the demons said, "Alas, how wonderful is her beauty! How wonderful the luster of her body, and how wonderful the beauty of her youthful age!" Speaking in this way, they quickly approached her, full of lusty desires to enjoy her, and began to inquire from her in many ways. Text number 3. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। कात्वं कात्वं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कात्वं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कात्वं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कस्यासि वद वामरु कस्यासि वद वामरु मन्थ मत्नतीव मनांसिन मत्नतीव मनांसिन कात्तं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कस्यासि वद वामरु मत्नतीव मनांसिन कात्तं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कस्यासि वद वामरु मत्नतीव मनांसिन कात्वं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कस्यासि वद वामरु मत्नतीव मनांसिन कात्वं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कस्यासि वद वामरु मत्नतीव मनांसिन कात्वं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कस्यासि वद वामरु मत्नतीव मनांसिन कात्वं कञ्जपलाशाक्षी कुतो वा किं चिकीर्षसि कस्यासि वद वामरु मत्नतीव मनांसिन का who Tvam are you Kanjapalakshaksi, having eyes like the petals of a lotus. Kutaha, from where? ba either. Kim Chikirshasi, what is the purpose for which you have come here?
What is the purpose of which you have come here?
Question of whom? Osi, do you belong? Bodo, kindly tell us. Bamo Uru, O you whose thighs are extraordinarily beautiful.
Oh, you whose eyes are extraordinarily beautiful.
Mot, Motnoti,
Matnati,
agitating.
agitating.
Evo, like.
Like.
Monamsi, within our minds. Naha, our. Translation. O wonderfully beautiful girl, you have such nice eyes, resembling the petals of a lotus flower. Who are you? Where do you come from? What is your purpose in coming here? And to whom do you belong? O you whose thighs are extraordinarily beautiful, our minds are becoming agitating simply because of seeing you. Purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki. The demons inquired from the wonderfully beautiful girl, to whom do you belong? A woman is supposed to belong her father before her marriage, to her husband after her marriage, and to her grown sons in her old age. In regard to this inquiry, Srila Vishwanath Chakraborty Thakur says that the questions, to whom do you belong, means whose daughter are you? Since the demons could understand that the beautiful girl was still unmarried, every one of them desired to marry her. Thus they inquired, whose daughter are you? Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hari,
Hare,
Hari.
Hare Ram, Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatodeshatarini Vanchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo 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 Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Puratishi Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वृन्दायै तुलसीदेव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च विष्णुभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे so So this chapter, the Lord incarnates as Mohini Murti, starting with the appeal of the demons. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself appeared as a woman, the most beautiful woman in in the creation. Not only the creation, actually, she is most beautiful even in the transcendental world. So when the demons saw that this beautiful woman appeared, so without any consideration, they just asking her questions driven by the lusty desires. So this is the nature of the demon. So therefore, the most important two quality of the demons are, first one is they are impatient, and the second one is the shamelessness. So if someone is not shameless, then he cannot ask a woman, an unmarried girl, this kind of questions. And in their question, actually, they are mentioning different parts of her body also. So we can imagine that how embarrassing it is if someone asking a girl this kind of questions, that your thighs are very beautiful, your eyes are looking like a lotus petal, and whom do you belong? Why have you come here? What is your purpose? So, yes, this is the demoniac nature. So, demon cannot control themselves. The lusty desires they never can control. In the same place, the demons also present there, but they did not ask any question to her. Even there is no mention in this chapter that the demons, even the demigods, even look at her with a lusty vision. But the demons, all of them just ran after her, and they were asking this kind of embarrassing questions. So, yes, in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we find in third chapter, in the last section of third chapter is asking, talking about the formula of controlling lusty desire, controlling lust, because this lust is the most dangerous bondage for living entity to this material world. And because of this lusty desire, we are here. The living entities are here. So long they are not free from these lusty desires, not free from this lust, they cannot be free from this material bondage. They cannot go back to the Godhead. So they are actually Arjuna was asking some questions. So one important question was that I forgot the number. Third chapter. अथो केन प्रयुक्तयं पापं चरति पुरुष अनिच्छन्नपि वार्ष्णेय बलात् इव नियोजितो. Arjuna said, O descendant of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by force? जय जय श्री श्री खुद निताय मायापुर शशि की तुलसीनाथ महाराज की गिरिधारी लाल नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय. And in the answer, the Lord replied, Kamo esha krudho esha rajo guna samudbhavo mahashana mahapapma vidyena mihai iha. That it is lust only, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is the all devouring sinful enemy of this world. And then the shlokas, the later shlokas describe that how one can conquer this lust. So lust comes from the Rajaguna. And if someone is able to diminish Rajaguna, then he can rise himself to the mood of uh, goodness in Satyaguna. And from Satyaguna, he can go beyond this Satyaguna also in transcendental position. So therefore, first one should control his senses. The Lord is instructing us. One should control his sense. Like, and if someone is able to control his senses, then he can experience some transcendental pleasure. And he can realize actually himself that he is not the body. He is not his mind, intelligence, and ego. He is the spirit, soul, part and uh, parcel of the Lord, and he can surrender himself. So, this lusty desire is very common to the people who are in a mood of passion. And most importantly, the human being are generally driven by this mood only. So, therefore, it is very important for material or spiritual progress to get rid of this mood of ignorance and passion. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, that one should curb tamaguna, one should diminish rajaguna, and one should enrich satyaguna. And those who are divine nature, those who are in divine nature, it is quite uncomfortable even to think of lusty matters. So once in a meeting, Joy Pataka Maharaj was asked by a devotee that how, Guru Maharaj, you have passed your this life without getting married. It was a brahmachari meeting. So Guru Maharaj replied that yes, you have asked a very interesting questions. For the first time, even I got this thinking. Yes, how did I pass my life? So then he said that actually it was my 24 hours engagement in the service of Srila Prabhupada. Even I did not think, it did not come to my mind that yes, I can get married. So I think this is so he was commenting over that, yes, I think that this is the best way to conquer this lusty desire, to engage oneself fully in the service of Guru and Krishna, in the service of Srila Prabhupada. So, yes, for us, those who are newcomer in Krishna consciousness, those who are neophyte in Krishna consciousness, like us, like me, so for me, the best way to start at least a good sadhana. So that will help me to control my senses, to control my mind, to control my ego and intelligence. And the sadhana bhakti will help me, will help the neophyte devotee to have some higher taste, and it will attract him to the more loving engagement in the service of the Lord. So we find like another example that whenever the the people, those who are in demoniac in nature, when they see any beautiful form, especially beautiful girl, they just fall in love with them. So we find in Prabhupada Lilamrit, yes, his Holiness Satsvarup Das Goswami Maharaj mentioned that when the Hare Krishna land was purchased by Srila Prabhupada and the devotees were staying there, so to get it back again, the person who sold it, Dr. Nair, so he was disturbing in many ways. So one of his trick was he sent some prostitute to the temple. And on that time, Giriraj Maharaj was there in the temple. He was sitting in the office, and one of the prostitutes entered into his room. As soon as she entered, immediately Maharaj ran from that room, ran away from that room. So this is the nature of the divine people, the devotee, who always aware of this kind of things. But the demons are very much interested to the lust and satisfying their senses. The demons search for the prostitutions, but the devotees ran away from the prostitutes. Yes, so but scripture says, yes, so it is very easy for the people who are devoted to the Lord, those who are in the mode of goodness, to get rid of this kind of difficulties. But for the people who is driven by the mode of passion and mode of ignorance, how can they become free from this lust? So scripture says that yes, they also can be free from the lust if they associate with the devotees. With the association of the devotees, they also can have some practical way, and the instruction of the devotees can help them to advance in spiritual consciousness. Like we find a shloka from Bhagavatam that Akama sarva kama va muksha kama udarudi tibrena mukti yugena jajeto purusha param. If someone accepts this devotional service, tibrena, very seriously, with the instruction of the devotees, then he can conquer everything. And we find in scriptures that many lusty people became the very exalted devotee, like Villamangal Thakur, we have heard his, we know he, and many others, even Ojamil. He also fall in the trap of last. But fortunately, by the mercy of the Lord, by chanting the name of the Lord, he get rid of them. So yes, Prabhu.
I just wondered, you were saying that there's no mention of the demigods being attracted to Mohini Murti. Only mentions that the demons were attracted. But later on, we see that Lord Shiva, who's the best of the demigods, does become attracted. And I wondered, just before Mohini Murti appeared, the Lord, as Lord Narayan, told the demigods that he was going to do something. So were they able to not be attracted because they could understand that Mohini was the Lord, you know? And if that was the case, then, because Lord Shiva didn't realize that Mohini Murti was until he discharged semen, and then he realized only Krishna could make him do that, you know?
Thank you.
And I just wondered, there's reference that Rahu's head was taken off by the chakra. So did Mohini Murti fire the chakra?
Yes. No, on that time, Mohini has taken the form of Lord Vishnu, the forehead Vishnu,
Oh, okay.
when he was cutting off the behead Rahu.
Because it doesn't say that Mohini Murti did take the form of Vishnu.
Yes, it is not mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, but it is mentioned in Vishnu Purana.
Oh, okay.
Like in Vrindavan, we find in Vrindavan that Krishna is killing many demons. So in the part for 10th canto mentioned Vishwanath Chakravarti path that actually the work, it is not Krishna's work to killing the demons. Krishna's only duty is play flute and enjoy with the gopis and with his associates. But he killed so many demons there. So it was not Krishna, it was Lord Vishnu. Before the killing of the demons, Krishna manifested Vishnu from him, and actually he killed the demons.
So then he changed back to Mohini, he became Vishnu, took Rahu's head off, and then changed back into...
Yes,
Mohini.
and it was for that Lord actually does not have any time. In a second or less than second, he can change and get back.
And when all that was taking place, was Lord Shiva there at the time, or did Lord Shiva come later on?
Lord Shiva also present there because before he drank the poison.
Well, that was a long time before this took place. But if Lord Shiva could see that Mohini Murti was Vishnu, then how would he be attracted? Because even the demigods knew not to be attracted.
It's a very difficult question.
Rayless, give us the answer.
Thank you.
So in that Purana that you were telling us about, it's more explained in more detail
Yes, in Vishnu Purana.
in the Vishnu Purana. Okay. Maybe also in the Vishnu Purana then, it says a little bit more about Lord Shiva.
Or I have to explain it.
So if a devotee sees a beautiful woman, should he also remember that this is been created by Krishna,
Yes.
and it's meant for Krishna's pleasure, not for his pleasure?
Yes.
It's not an easy thing to do, though, is it? It's not an easy thing to do.
Yes. Yes.
Usually when you see a beautiful woman, you forget Krishna, you don't remember Krishna, right?
Yes. Like Chanakya Pandit says that if all the Prabhupada's words, you were also taking that. Prabhupada said, quoting Chanakya Pandit, that Matrivat Paradwareshu. So one should consider mother or consider other wives as mother. And he said that, this is the highest thing, that considering the women's, they are for the enjoyment of Krishna, not us. Really, though, actually, uttering these quotations and practically doing this, really very tough, especially for youngsters, those who are young. For them, it is very, very difficult. So, but
So
those who are, uh, yes, I can say this boldly, that those who are uh, very advanced in spiritual practice and spiritual consciousness, so like you. So I honestly appreciating you. It is maybe it is very easy for them, but for us, those who are young, it is really very tough.
the Mohini Mati is Vishnu Tattva, and we know that Srimati Radharani is the source of all Shakti Tattva, all the goddesses of fortune, all the gopis, they're all expansions of Srimati Radharani. So if we compared her beauty to the beauty of Mohini Mati, then would Srimati Radharani still be more beautiful?
Well, last part I did not understand.
So we know that the ultimate, all feminine attraction is coming from Srimati Radharani. She is like the source of all. And is she more beautiful than the Mohini Mati?
Radharani. So maybe we'll find in this purport only, Srila Prabhupada mentioned, and Vishwanath Chakravarti quoted that the one of the reason of the appearance of Mohini Murti is challenging Radharani. Challenging Radharani by Krishna, that I am the source of all beauty, even your beauty. And if I want, then I can be appear myself more than beautiful you. He is Krishna himself. This is Krishna himself.
And is the beauty of Radharani different, that when you look at Srimati Radharani, you forget your lusty desires?
Yes.
Although Kamsa was attracted, wasn't he? Kamsa tried to get hold of Srimati Radharani, and Ravan tried to get hold of Sita. So, and Srila Prabhupada said that if you take the most beautiful woman and you compare her to a demigod, then the beautiful woman looks like a frog. And then he said, if you take the most beautiful demigod and you compare her to a gopi, she looks like a frog. And then of all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most beautiful. So it's just inconceivable how beautiful she must be. Anyway, I'll show you a painting of Srimati Radharani done in volume 4 of Vilap Kusumanjali by an artist called Taralakshi. And it's the most beautiful picture I've ever seen of Srimati Radharani. And you can see she's so beautiful, but she's like kind of so pure and innocent that it doesn't make you feel lusty. It just makes you feel like you want to serve Radharani, you know. Amazing.
So will you show me today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Breathtaking. Okay, we better finish because we're going to...
Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Sri Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Sankirtan Nitai.